Hey guys, I'm coming at you from my meditation room again because I like that. Hi, wherever you are. Today, the message is, why did I call you in? So I attended a talk about archetypes last night, and I really enjoyed that. It was very thought provoking. I imagine we'll have some more thoughts about that. But I was thinking about the year of death. And so I'm thinking about, following on with this idea of this being the year of death. And it just feels like a year of death in an awful lot of ways. But specifically, death of patterns that don't serve us, right? So that can be a healthy, everything is a healthy death in a way. That's a whole nother topic for discussion. But death of patterns that don't serve us anymore. And how do you know when you have patterns that don't serve you anymore? One way, there's a number of ways, but one way that you can figure out patterns that no longer serve you are, and they may have served you in childhood as a coping mechanism or, as a defense mechanism or whatever, but they are not serving you now. They're not helping you get where you want to be. They're not helping you have more peace. They're not helping you have more joy. They're not helping you have the relationships that you want to have. They're not helping you have the work that you want to have, the type of service that you want to have, whatever it is. How do you do this? Take a look at what's not working in your life. What is causing you a great deal of stress? What is a problem? What do you consider to be a problem in your life? That you could also look at as a lesson, but a problem in your life. What is a challenge in your life right now? Okay? And if you're looking at a challenge in your life, the question that I invite you to ask is, why did I call you in? Why did I call you in? Because in the end, you have called it in. And I understand I may get pushback about this, but the stance of being a victim of your circumstances, of being a victim of any situation, and I'm not saying there aren't victims out there are, but an awful lot of us, and all of us at one time or another, feel like a victim, even when we're really not. And there is a difference between really being a victim of something and feeling like we're a victim and laying the blame for things that have happened to us or things that are happening to us on other people, on other circumstances, so that we can feel helpless to change it, right? You are not helpless to change how you feel about anything. You are not helpless to change how you perceive anything. You are not helpless. And to me, that is an incredibly empowering and hopeful note to take on any situation. I am not powerless here, right? I may not be able to change what's going on, but I can change how I feel about it. I can change how I think about it. I can change how I think about myself. So again, back to the question. What is the question? The question is, why did I call you in? Why did I invite this circumstance into my life? Why did I invite this person into my life? And if you can start to look at that from a little bit more of an objective point of view, why did I call you in? Then I think you can start to see like, oh, I called you in because this is a pattern that I'm comfortable repeating from childhood. I called you in because I'm scared of doing something and you're helping me block doing that or moving forward. Just as a couple of examples. I'll give you an example from my own personal life. So recently, and part of the reason I haven't been doing much. Again, I always have an excuse, right? Sorry. I do what I can. I do the best I can. And here I am in my pajamas. I've been working in the house today, and I am about to exercise and get on with my life today. But then I was moved to make a video. So, example from my own life. I had a knee replacement in January, a full and total knee replacement. And that has been a much harder journey than I anticipated. My entire life, and I was thinking about this, I was going to say that I have a love-hate relationship with my body. I don't. I have a hate relationship with my body. I have a horrible relationship with my body. I always have. I can't remember ever feeling, I can remember moments where I might have felt like I looked attractive or I was beautiful or something, But those are few and far between. The vast majority of my life has been me hating on specific parts of my body most of the time, but generally my body. My body has done pretty well, and I have put it through a lot. So I really should have more gratitude toward it. But one of the lessons that clearly my guides wanted me to learn and have been pushing me to learn, this has been something that's been like an ongoing theme, has been to truly love myself, to find myself, to love me as I am, exactly as I am, to have gratitude for me exactly as I am, with my big thick thighs and my cellulite and my now menopausal tummy and my wrinkles. And I do love my platinum hair. I will say I do love my platinum hair. So I'm good with the hair. It may look a little crazy today, but I do love my platinum hair. That's one thing I can say I love. But the rest of my body, from like basically here down, I got problems, right? I could say lots of stuff. Anyway, so embodiment. So why did I call in the need for a knee replacement? There's a whole bunch of reasons. But if I'm going to look at it from a spiritual point of view, why am I going through this pain? Why am I having to relearn how to walk again? Why am I still having pain in my hip? Exercise has been one of the ways that I stay sane my whole life, and I am dependent on that, have been dependent on that, less so now. Again, why did I call you in? I called you in, I called these difficulties in on myself, right? Or my higher self did, or however you want to put it. I called this in to teach me a lesson, right? I'm getting older. I ain't got as much time to learn this lesson. I'm clearly being stubborn about it. So here I am with a bum knee and a bum hip and pain and difficulty walking and standing. I don't like to see myself as a weak person, so that has also been a challenge. Needing help from other people, another challenge. So I've called all this in on myself for quite a number of reasons, right? So I can learn embodiment. So I can learn to really be in my body. I spend a lot of time in my head, right? I spend a lot of time out here, and that is good, but it also needs to be balanced with being grounded and being in my body. And I tend to not be in my body as much. I'm more now than I used to be, but it's not enough. It needs to be more. So some of it was, I called this in because I needed to be grounded in my body, embodiment. I need to be more grateful for my body. I need to love myself. I need to love my body, not just my interior self, not just who I am or who I wish to be or who I hope that I am, but to love this body, this meat suit as it is. It was given to me as a gift for a reason. What is that? Learn from it. So I called it in. I called all this stuff in to do that, right? And I called it in maybe to keep learning on the spiral of understanding more lessons about needing to need people, about it being okay to accept help, about it being gracious to accept help, right? And my husband and my children and my mother and my friends have shown up in beautiful ways to support me and to help remind me that I am loved and supported, and that is also a beautiful thing. So there are a variety of reasons why I called this in, right? So I invite you to look at your life, see what's challenging for you right now, and ask yourself, why did I call you in? Let it sit. You may not get an immediate answer. That's okay. Sit with it. Play with it. Keep it in your mind as you're wandering around. See how it goes. Anyway, mwah, big love to you, and I hope you have a great day or night.